Good morning, everyone! We have Team Spirit versus Effect in the Captain's Draft CIS Qualifiers. I'm joined by Brex. I was trying to wake him up. Did it work?
It worked. Hello.
What's up, dude? How are you getting on?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for this series. Who's playing again?
Nice. Team Spirit versus Effect.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So you're excited about what? What about the series?
About Dota. It's being played.
Mm.
What's not exciting about that?
That is very true. Very true. Hold on 1 second. Alright. So you can tell, like, we're a little bit further in to the qualifiers.
Yeah, we're a Medusa ban.
Exactly. Teams are starting to figure it out, right? They're starting to get a grasp on Captain's Draft a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, they're starting to feel how good the heroes are in these limited hero pools, right? You look at this, you see, alright, there's not any mana burners for Medusa, so big problem. We saw Invoker trying to be used as a mana burner against Medusa, but it doesn't play out that well.
On paper it seems fine, but it's also in reality it's not that good. And another way some teams are doing well in Captain's Draft is focusing on the lanes, you know, making sure you have very good lanes leading into the mid game, and you just snowball it. And it doesn't really matter what kind of draft you have, and that's why Effect have banned out both Lich and Undying, two like straight up lane winners, you know, dominators of the.
Yeah, very true. You know, you can't play the game if you lose your lane so hard, right? Yeah. You just lose everything.
There was a game yesterday, I want to say. Yeah, there's been so many games. But yesterday, and one draft looked really weak compared to the other draft if, you know, if everything was equal. But because the lanes were so bad for one team, it worked out in the end, basically.
Right, they were never able to come online to get to the point where their heroes were strong against the other lineup. All right, so it's the Abaddon or the Abaddon.
Mm-hmm. You gonna call him Abaddon?
I don't know. I forgot which one I was calling him before.
You were Abaddon. You were saying it correctly, and I was saying it incorrectly.
I'll be Abaddon this game. You can be Abaddon.
Alright, cool. We'll mix it up. I didn't get any flames. It seems like people don't care what the hell we call him, so we can call him Ghost Rider.
Alright. You know, it sounds scary when Ghost Rider's coming after you.
Ghost Rider's coming!
Abaddon.
Abaddon. It sounds like some sort of grumpy neighbor or something. Like, oh, Abaddon's unhappy with you. Ghost Rider's
man
coming.
Next door. Okay, so what else looks pretty good in this pool? A lot of the times we see teams taking their supports right because it always feels like there's such few support heroes,
there's
right?
None. Disruptor.
And
yeah.
then it's like Disruptor,
Question
Dazzle,
mark.
and yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't mind Disruptor, maybe Earthshaker as a support combo. It's a lot of control.
It might not be too bad.
Glimpse kind of enables Earthshaker to do more early game, I think. Like up for Void.
Faceless Void, okay. What's this? Dazzle. Alright, they said screw you, you guys are retarded.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Well, it's the other kind of way to do it. Focus on your cores having more lockdown, and therefore your supports don't need to do as much.
That is true, right? That's like the only core? Or no, there's it's Alchemist, I guess he has a stun.
He doesn't count. Like, he really doesn't.
Okay. Alright, well then he's the only core in this pool with the stun.
Yep. We saw teams yesterday even trying to run the Shrek core to make up for this, right?
Yeah.
Didn't go great.
It's funny because you have to pick and choose these heroes that, you know, are probably not the most optimal that they would want, right? And then they have to... They're always missing something in their draft.
So, Effect pick Batrider in the second phase when they have Abaddon.
Well, I think maybe the Abaddon is going to be support.
Yeah, but in my head, I think if you have Abaddon on your team, you don't need to worry about Batrider, right? So you can pick him last. You can.
That is true. Perhaps they don't want to show whatever else they want to pick.
Oh, they have something spicy on the cards today.
Oh, yeah, it's a possibility.
Is there any cores in the pool here you like to play in the Void?
I think PA is not that bad. The evasion.
Okay.
You know, Void, if he can be played in multiple lanes, right? But when he's played in the safe lane, he actually doesn't get to that point where he has damage early on, unless he has like a huge amount of kills or something and tons of farm, right? But in like a normal game, he doesn't have a ton of damage.
Okay.
Or at least early on.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Like, usually we see this Lincoln Sphere build into, like, Power Treads plus another item, maybe Manta style.
Yeah, there's usually not like super high DPS builds, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, that's a Leshrac, but I don't want to talk about Leshrac because I don't like him.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough.
Yep, so I was going to say that they could pick Naga as support Naga against the
Void?
Faceless Void. Yeah, so they can just song every time it Chronos, and then, this might be Team Spirit's only source of lockdown, or like most reliable source, right? Sorry, Disruptor. I lied, there's lockdown.
There's lots of lockdown.
I have Luna too.
Okay.
It's not really lockdown.
They have push. They have some control. They have good sustain for their push as well. It's looking good, to be honest, for Team Spirit. When I look at effects draft, I see this Abaddon running around doing, Abaddon things, not much.
Is that what Abaddon things are? Not much?
Well, at least control-wise. He can save people and he can sustain, yes. It is good with Leshrac because Leshrac's naturally weak, so he can buff him up a little bit and help him out. But what I'm saying is, control-wise, it's not the greatest, right?
Right, you're just right-clicking people with the curse, the 15% move speed slow. It's nothing.
Warlock, that's more like...
Alright. I was gonna say Team Spirit's 5-man lineup looks super strong, right? When they just siege with Luna and Dazzle, and they have the Void and Disruptor sit back and wait. It looks pretty strong, but now you have to team fight into a Warlock that looks much, much harder.
Maybe Team Spirit back it up a bit. Take a second. Maybe go for the Alchemist. Slow down your game completely.
Maybe. I mean, look at these heroes. They're not very good at dealing with Alchemist, right?
No. Warlock
like,
ults
not
him,
even...
then he just walks away.
Right. There's not even gank potential, right? Who's gonna gank this Alchemist in the middle? Is Batrider gonna come in and... I mean, he could sit on the hill and sticky napalm him, but...
Doesn't sound too terrifying.
Right.
I think the changes to the bounty runes actually enable Alchemist a lot more now as well. The downtime on getting 2 bounty runes is really small. If you can enable that, it could be really good.
Very true. They're super close together now, especially in the bottom river. So, effect need some sort of core. We don't know where this core is going to go, because, Leshrac can be mid or safely.
Viper's still there. A lot of teams liking it, but I have yet to see it do anything good. Like I heard Liquid. I heard Liquid are winning with it, but I didn't get to watch 7 games. 2 seconds left. 1 second.
Alchemist. There we go.
Okay, nice. Somewhat denying it, I think, from Team Spirit.
Yeah, potentially. Maybe they're looking at something different, anyways. But again, it's also on the side of Team Spirit. They also don't have anyone to gank the Alchemist, right? Disruptor, not the strongest early ganker at all. He needs a ton of levels. Dazzle, same thing.
All of Effect can use Ags really well as well.
Wow.
You give me the sarcastic fucking wow, but I'm telling you,
sarcastic.
I'm telling you, this is gonna be big.
Alright, so what do they put against this Alchemist now? What do they put mid lane against it, huh?
PA, I don't know. Lycan's still there. If they want to go all in push, could be decent.
I guess that wouldn't be too bad, right? Lycan with the Howl, and they can just try to end the game.
Yeah. The D push from Effect is Acid Spray, the fire from Batrider, and it's not the best. Lightning, I suppose.
Yeah, it's not great at all. Them defending towers comes in the form of fighting with like Warlock ultimate, right? But it's got a super, super long cooldown. And Alchemist doesn't want to fight early on anyways. So.
They could go for Phoenix mid. It's a bit spicy now.
Oh, alright.
But they have no way to kill this egg. At all.
That is... yeah, I guess so.
They literally won't be able to kill it.
They have no egg killers. If you go for the egg too, you're just going to get Chronospheres, so good luck. Alright, Weaver. That's probably honestly the most normal hero they could have picked, right?
It's Captain's Draft. There's no need for normal. Leave that at the door, alright? you gotta right. Be creative with your drafts. Otherwise, you should get out of this mode. You're never going to get far,
That's true. You got to think on your feet.
So, from the hero selection, it seems like Effect are doing the safe lane Alchemist. Radiant side. I like it. Especially because of the bounty rune change. Abaddon and... Leshrac.
Look at that Abaddon set.
What the hell? hell is this?
He's got a triangle for a head.
Why is how is the horse meant to see anything? He doesn't even have eye holes.
The horse has a driver.
10 seconds remaining.
Have you ever
doesn't need to see
rid a horse before?
5
No.
seconds
They
remaining.
need to be able to see. They're not.
But he has got a
It's not
driver.
like a motorbike. You can't just steer it the whole time. You just kind of help it.
I guess you're right. Luna's mount has eyes, little eye thingies.
Yeah.
Disruptors? I can't even tell, honestly. This eyes might be closed.
He looks very serious, doesn't he? Disruptor's mount. That ram is not messing around. Oh, he took off the mask on the. Look, he took it off.
Oh no! Bring back the triangle.
He's like, yeah, sure, that's a good point. My mount has to be able to see where I'm going.
Well, it's because they swapped heroes, right? So the way on.
You ruined the fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true. Dude, I was looking forward to the triangle hat. Are they swapped again?
No way. Triangle hat's still not there, is it?
No, it's something different now.
Yeah, he changed up his set. Oh, zoom in on his eyes. That's terrifying.
I can't.
Look, go into,
Oh, I did it.
and then look at Abaddon's eyes. Jesus Christ! That's nightmare
kinda-
fuel right there.
It's got a very weird head.
Yeah, I'm getting out of that. Let's look at who looks nice. Nobody. We look at
Alchemist.
Alchemist. Alright, yeah, he's cuddly and fat. It's like a teddy bear. Oh, he looks great.
He looks kind of stupid.
Well, for someone who's like extremely buff and lean on the arms, their belly is a bit out there, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely gonna work on that. Even his rider's got the super long arms.
He does actually. They're so out of proportion. Holy
Yeah.
crap! They're like twice the length of his legs.
I don't know what happened there.
Jesus.
Alright, we're gonna pause, but let's talk about the lane setup. It looks like we're gonna have the mid lane Void from Team Spirit against the Alchemist.
It's
Or I guess
now.
it might be the safe lane, right?
It's
Well,
a-
they can mix it up, right? It could just be based on the players.
Nah, look at his items.
Okay, he's got the items. He's got
Yeah.
a safe lane build.
Come on, Brax.
Okay. I'm testing you.
You're doing great.
Thanks. You passed as well.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so safe lane Alchemist, and I guess they have the Warlock and Abaddon to heal.
Mm-hmm.
They just keep swapping, man, between Abaddon and Batrider, so I don't even know if it's gonna be. I don't know where this guy's going, but I assume he's support.
Okay, so usually when we're talking about captain's draft, we're talking about which team makes the moves, which team sets the tempo of the game. What's the rotations like for effect? It's
Yeah, they're non-existent, right?
literally pretty rough. Well,
It's gonna just come down to them having a decent lane phase, because if anything goes wrong, they can't help each other, right? They can heal and probably walk away, but it's not like they can TP and stun, or they can smoke up and gank you. Maybe Alchemist will be stunning people. I have no idea.
I
Shane
hope he
overlay.
is. Overlay, nice call, nice catch. Okay, I'm heavily favoring Team Spirit's draft. I think Disruptor, as heroes go, ticks a lot of boxes that effect don't even come close to fixing. Like, they have control, they have team fight, the big circle stuns and silences.
Yeah, they got big circle stuns, the pullback, dazzle heals. Their 5-man is really good, right? And they also have some sort of control, which is the big difference between the lineups, I would say.
30
They also have
seconds to
counters,
battle.
right? They have Glimpse for the Batrider,
Yeah.
the Shallow Grave for their initiation as well.
Oh, very true.
I
Okay, so it looks like we've got to pause again.
A lot of teams. Oh, he doesn't have a TP. That's because they swapped.
All right, will somebody buy this man a TP? Oh no!
No. Yeah, what? Are you gonna rotate? Are you gonna TP into save on Warlock? Come on, bro. Can we remake? He wants a remake, Nikki, because he doesn't have a TP.
Somebody just buy him a TP.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh, this is.
Are we the admins? I sure hope not.
No, I hope so. I hope
Thank
someone
God.
else deals with it. Teleportation, woo! Honestly, it seems. Honestly, it seems like we'd be just ruining his fun.
Yeah, he wants to TP like everyone else. No, but it is a big deal, right? Especially when they're trying to contest the lanes.
I agree. If you know you have to rotate a lane or whatever, and it's so early in the game that it makes a big difference.
Literally nothing has happened. They've selected the heroes, paused, and then unpaused, and
I don't
now
think
paused
anyone.
again.
I don't think anyone's even got vision of the other.
Yeah, it's true. They have no idea what the lane setup is.
So if there was ever a time we could do a remake and not really affect anything, I think it's now. If it's in the rules, like the problem is, the patch has changed. You know, this is a new bug or error. It's probably quite difficult to make a decision. Let's see. So a lot of teams are doing this offensive dual or tri lane with their core hero now. You reckon it's to do with the bounty runes?
Oh, I'm not sure if it's just to do with the bounty runes. I guess in this game specifically, right? It always feels like Dire contests this area.
Yes.
Or like both teams look for this area because the bounty runes are super, super close together. But then, you know, they end up doing that and then they just TP back their respective lanes. But you know, maybe you can kind of mind game people that way. Alright, we're remaking.
Perfect.
I was gonna say, maybe you can kind of mind game people by like, if you have a weak lane and you potentially go set up for the aggro and then you TP into that aggro, then you're kind of screwed and you're stuck there, right?
Yep. It's very, very true. Okay, we back.
I crashed.
Take your time. I don't watch this dueling fates thing for a second.
Please enjoy these tunes brought to you by Monster Cat.
Brax,
We're back.
you're not gonna do your part of the song? It's honestly better than the shit I was playing on the stream the other day.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't watching the stream then.
Whew. What is this taunt? You can make the hedgehog do handstands.
Wow. How cool is that?
Pretty legit. Let's watch the handstand again. That's a pretty legit taunt. What's happening? Go wait. Some mixed messages coming out from King Or here. Seems like all the other casters were asleep. Oh, look at this courier. Pretty cool. Oh god. If someone have bonus hero, please use mango instantly. There's so many difficult things about Dota these days. Like the bug with the TP, if you remake people randomly have mangoes.
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm gonna give them a crazy eyes. What do we have? Crazy eyes, timber saw. Alright. What do you think about these new heroes, Brex? You've had a few days now to look at them. What's your thoughts overall?
Overall, the Dark Willow or whatever it's called is super imbalanced.
Like Monkey King when he first came out, or even more?
I have no idea. It's really rare to actually see it in Captain's Draft. There's like only been a couple games.
There was one game with the Willow, and the rest of them they just ban it.
Okay. Yeah, it's been the sample size is very, very small, but the hero looks pretty ridiculous. I don't know what the other guy, the Hedgehog man. He might be garbage.
It seems pretty bad. Like I've seen a few threads on Reddit where the terrain is very close together. Like there's a cliff on one side, and you know another small maybe cliff on the other side, and you can bounce between them with the ulti, and you can like
I've seen that.
stun lock AM. Yeah.
I saw one get stuck like around a corner, and he just couldn't do it. He'd back up and then get stuck again, then back up again, and then he'd just change directions and he'd get stuck over and over.
That's ridiculous. Actually.
That was capitalist, by the way. You guys can flame him on his Twitter.
At Dota Capitalist.
My family will never forget my name.
What do you think of his accent? My family will never forget my name.
Let's have some
Oh,
fun.
I don't have those sounds on.
Let's have some fun. You don't have the sound the voice lines on?
No, I don't have it on at all.
That's oh, come on, Brex. So when I type lol on my character to insult you after I've killed you, you don't hear the laughing?
I hear that part, but I don't hear like when your guy moves or whatever.
Okay. What's happening? Fuck casters. Oops, wrong chat.
Oh, I wonder what chat he was trying to type that in. I wonder if the other guys are aware that there's a new lobby.
They're still casting the last game. They're just
They're casting the disconnects and the pause.
nobody's doing anything. It's very odd. No one's taking the bounty runes. Well, who are we waiting on? They clearly weren't very active casters. Just saying.
Exactly. Maybe the casters went to go to the bathroom or something, or get some food when the game got paused. I have no idea.
Alright. I don't know. What's this? Call of the Big Oh, they gave Juggernaut a voice pack for his Arcana.
Oh wow.
Very cool. You're not much of an item guy, aren't you now?
I am, I just don't have any.
Fair
More
enough.
power, the better.
I have a belt autographed by Scriff.
We're
Nice.
going on a little field trip, chicks.
A belt for what?
Oh, the day's work.
Invoker.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so like I'm playing around with this
See
new
where the
card
road
there.
takes us.
Level up enemy. There's like a multiple fucking
Let's
combos
bring
to do this
something
guy.
to
You can
see.
do the like this spell, into this spell. I did it wrong, but yeah, you can you can overlap your stuns so perfectly actually. So you can have like 7 or 8 seconds of disable.
All pick.
Wow.
Slightly ridiculous. Alright, we're back.
Yep, here comes the speed draft, guys. Wow. Look at all these
Warlock,
heroes coming
first
out.
pick.
Jesus.
Void
Here
to
comes the
answer.
Void.
Yeah, you want more team by control.
Oh,
You think
man,
they'll go for
falling for the
Alchemist
push.
on a
Oh,
Spirit?
nope. Nope, they're following the color scheme here.
They're actually just doing it one at a time. Whereas that's the thing, isn't it? They all picked instantly, but
Disruptor.
I don't know, because they just picked 3 in a row on Team Spirit. 4 in a row.
oh, that's a last pick. Wild.
Jesus. Perhaps an
Spot Rider,
Alchemist
maybe
comes out here?
Alchemist. I think it's the only answer
Oh
they
my
have.
God.
Whoa!
Wow. Nicely called there.
Thank you. Okay. We get the anime intro as well.
Sure, it's time to battle.
On our way. Okay. So, welcome back to the Captain's Draft.
We have the triangle horse again.
Wait, no way. Maybe they wanted the remake to change cosmetics. I'm onto these lads. Oh, I hear a lot of mango eating. Okay, everyone has their TPs. Everyone's a happy bunny. Yeah, looks like it. Team Spirit are doing the same thing, Brax. They're going offensive with their carry.
Yeah?
Luna has a mango. Did she get that?
She's bought it, I think, because look at her net worth. It's normal.
Yeah, true.
Alright, so
Detective
we see
Brax was
this,
on it.
yeah, don't worry, I'm on the case. We see this set up a lot from a lot of teams. They always try to secure these two bounty rooms close together for their whatever important hero. Usually it's the mid hero that takes both of them, but this game they got an alchemist, so they would love to be able to get him a double bounty rune and then TP up to the top lane. But Team Spirit, they already have the aggro setup, so if they happen to TP into the lane, it could be really, really bad, right? Alchemist could be stuck in this shit lane where he can't farm at all. But it's definitely the idea of what they want to do. They want to secure these boundary runes for him.
Do you think he'd even TP? Why not just leave him in the bottom lane and wait to see their lanes? I think patience is key.
Once they
right?
see Phobos, right, then it's definitely going to secure this
Phobos?
lane.
The battle
He had to
begins.
Sakuchi a bit early, so he wasn't able to hang around and contest the bounty rune.
Well, Alchemist is definitely going to stay down here now, right? He already saw the Weaver, so no reason for him to go anywhere else.
500 gold! He has 500 gold, Brex.
Alright, they've already won the game. The net worth is off the charts, 4 digits.
Whew, gold per minute, 2,000!
These stats are insane.
Nico baby, what a performance so far on his Alchemist. This dual lanes, it's not going to pressure anyone, right? But he's going to sit here, he's going to get healed by the Warlock. He's not going to ever die, he's not going to be in trouble.
It's just about farming.
And they do send the Dazzle down. Wanting to contest. Oh god, our Zeke might be in trouble. Goes for the
Alright,
TP.
he's TP'ing out.
If this was the last game, he wouldn't have the TP.
That's right, and he would have fed first blood.
Nice.
It's a good call by him, right? The call for the remake because he didn't
Yeah.
have a TP.
I agree.
We really needed
Well handled by our admins as well.
it. Agreed. Couldn't have been handled any more professionally, in my opinion.
Now you have this weird lane where you have Alchemist kind of just walking away from a creep wave.
Yeah, it's true. He's getting solo zoned out by the Dazzle.
Jesus. He did get a good start with the bounty runes, but it's kind of going to be tough from there. Maybe if he can get the double bounty rune every time, it'll be
That would be
completely...
pretty sweet.
It'll be fine, right?
Yeah, that'd be totally fine.
The heal. DK Football moves forward. The poison touch goes off Nico baby.
He's TPing out, alright.
Oh.
Where does
Zeke does not have a TP, but
Oh boy. Well, luckily for him, he's gonna be okay.
yeah, he's gone. This lane's a shit show, right?
It's bad. It's real bad. They don't have heroes that do anything to Weaver in the lane.
No.
Like, actually, absolutely nothing.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Alchemist has 4 CS and he's TP'd back home, and now, look, he's saving the bounty room for him.
Apparently, I screwed up the overlay.
What did you do?
I don't think I don't know. I didn't do anything. Ah,
I'll check it out real quick.
no, I'm sure. Oh, did I screw it up? Oh, I did. No. I fixed it. You know, some technical difficulties. It's all good now.
Down bottom, our Zeke, he's dead. That's
First blood. Survivor. All right.
Okay, this is an unlaneable lane for the Alchemist and the Warlock combo.
I think that they're actually so screwed. Holy crap!
He's got nowhere he can go to lane. He can lane mid, but there's another player in the mid lane. He might kick him out. He's
Yeah,
coming mid lane.
get out of here. He actually is kicking him out, isn't he?
I think he is. He's kicking him out.
Afro Ninja's not happy with that. You could tell by that attempted last hit that he was not happy about
Yeah,
that.
he's pissed.
Okay, this is actually a little bit better, but I still think Leshrax's just gonna die to the bottom lane as well. There's too much physical
No.
damage with the minus armor of Weaver.
And nobody can go to this lane, right?
Oh god.
Well, I guess the Leshrac level 4. And Alchemist was only 2 at the bottom lane, so there's a big difference there.
Yeah, but I don't think it makes too much difference, right? He will do more damage, but that doesn't help him from dying.
Yeah, that's true.
Nico baby getting bashed in the mid lane.
He's just getting clicked.
Let's chat about the top lane here, Lex.
Alright.
Sidoi on the Abaddon. He's just kind of
Yeah,
he's fine,
off to a
right?
pretty good start on the Abaddon.
Well, is it
Just
enough?
farm out of control.
Is it enough to carry them through this shit show of a laning stage? Sparks. It's not looking great, and he dies. Alright. Sudo is down as well. It's looking real tough for effect here now. I think Brax muted his microphone because he's not saying anything. Or he's dead. I'm not quite sure. Okay. So, in general, it's looking like Team Spirit's lanes have come out so far on top. They've rotated their like safe lane / off laner to the mid lane. He's not getting much. He's catching up a little bit on CS, but compared to how Alchemist likes to be played, right? It's difficult for him to catch up because of the lineup of Team Spirit. It's very aggressive.
Yeah, but moving him to the mid lane was probably the best decision they could have made, right?
Oh, you're back.
I'm back, hello.
You-
I was talking and then I forgot I muted my mic.
Yeah, I got you. I get
Dude,
it.
this thing is a disaster, it just mutes randomly.
Doesn't sound ideal.
No, not at all. If it moves a little bit, it just gets pressed.
Oh god. Alright. Paint me a picture. How do Effect win this laning? How do they salvage this? What can they do? Is there an item? Is there a level? What can save this game? It's spiraling pretty quickly out of control.
Is it though? I think it's totally fine for Effect,
Oh,
right?
it's-
Everyone's farming.
It's kind of gotten better, but
The beginning was real bad, right? They fed 2 kills to Weaver.
you still have this free farm Weaver. You have not so much lockdown for, right?
Yeah, that is true, but I don't know, the game is going to be weird because even after lane phase, there's going to be a stage where you can't actually make moves on Effect because there's nobody that has a point and click stun ability, right? You have the Leshrac stun, Batrider can lasso, sure, but this is a support Batrider who is, you know, never going to get to blink at a reasonable time. That's just how the game plays out, so I don't know. I guess the real worry is the transition after the lane phase. How do they start taking some towers? How do they move around the map? It looks very unrealistic.
They
Well,
have to just farm, right? They literally can't do anything. They play
Yeah,
for the super late game.
I guess they can farm it when Alchemist is like tanky, when he has like an armlet or something.
Just
maybe
go
they
high
can
ground.
just-
Yeah.
well, not high ground, just armlet, you know, you hit the tower.
Just go high ground. Flex.
Well, they would like that.
I guess if they wait on the, you know, the Octarine Manta, like Shivas, the 25-30 minute timing, and then they just go hard from there. I like to win top lane. Is he? Oh god, he turned it around with the fire. Is it enough to take him down? No! He's actually alive. Dear lord. What a turnaround. That was so close.
Chronosphere mid lane, Nico baby, he gets the ultimate off. He's okay. He was like 2 hits from going down.
It's very low actually. Rotation for a Zeke on the Warlock. What's this? Gets the heal
Coming
down.
in for the clutch heal.
Sick.
Life equals saved.
The double heal. It's quite filthy actually if they wanna siege high ground. Yeah, so I was thinking, you know, Alchemist farms does nothing else for 25, 28, 30 minutes, and then they just go like all in on that timing.
Sure.
I think that's their best way of doing anything in this game.
The best way to play around the chrono is just for Alchemist to get as tanky as he can get,
Yeah.
right? If he can get so tanky that he won't die in the chronosphere, it opens up the team fight for the rest of Effect to actually get in there. You know, they have counter initiation too with Warlocks, so it's not that bad. And look at this double bounty reaction here.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, gets both. That's the dream.
What, 330 gold?
Dire's middle tower
That's
is
insane.
under attack.
Yep, he's got a nice stack here. He's a happy camper.
When, oh, like, you saw that, right? Iceberg walked right up to the, like, 2 cores and a support of Effect and just leaped away. Okay, like, as the game goes on and on, what answer did he have for Void? You know, if he gets a Lincoln's or some sort of defensive item,
Yeah,
it's really hard.
if Void gets farmed in this game and he has damage, right, it's a big problem.
It's basically, in my opinion, who can farm the best. And one team is Alchemist. So if...
Yeah.
That's kind of how this game feels, right?
It does feel like that, but you know they both have tools to work around that, right? You have there is some catch and lockdown on the side of Team Spirit. They have like a good 5-man lineup. I actually loop it around here, but it's just a Warlock placing a ward. You can't do anything. Look where he placed the ward. I guess it's not a bad spot.
FNG top lane. Kinetic field down. Stops the Barbator just in time. Oh, the Bond's doing enough, but King Orm might go down here. He's very. Oh. Oh.
They don't.
They
see
can't
underneath
catch
the
him.
Waterfall.
He tried to conceal himself there, but you need to have the Manta Ray set for that to work.
If you had the Manta Ray, he would have hit inside the waterfall, but totally fine.
Fedora is getting pretty farmed as well, so maybe he can just become such a pest, you know, such a frontline beast. He's going deep. Real deep. If Beaver can put the juke shoes on. Oh god. He just sacrificed himself for the dazzle.
Alright, I like the one's pretty happy about that.
You know,
Beaver's not, of course.
I like the win is he's just a great player for commentating the game. Yesterday we saw some passive aggressive remarks whenever someone would die. And
Yeah.
you know, and this he's just cheering people on. I like his chat wheel usage. It's great.
Me too. I think it's really important to have a good chat wheel user on your team. It's something that it goes very, I think it's very underappreciated how good it actually helps your team around.
I agree. Like sometimes, you know, someone's speaking, you don't want to interrupt them, but you also want to compliment your teammate on his play. A simple,
Exactly.
you know, well played or nice. And nice is one of my favorites.
Me too. It's very simple. It's right to the point.
Bottom lane, Phobos. Going in on top of King Or. He used the static stun to clean kill. He has a stun. Can he hit it? He does get it off on the Weaver. That's a Afro Ninja. Oh, he has no more mana.
Oh,
He
no
cleared
more
his
mana.
up. Phobos getting very lucky there. Very, very lucky.
I was super lucky, and that's the static storm coming
Radiant's
out.
top tower is under attack.
They got the back rider though, so you know,
Yeah.
not too bad. I'll go
too
what they
bad at
came
all.
for.
Alright, so look at this Alchemist farm. He's sitting on 3,000 gold uncontested in the
Look at
jungle.
net worth.
He's having a grand old time.
You even went for the phase boost as well, unusual, but it does allow him
Yeah.
to farm a bit quicker in the jungle.
Also, no armlet. So even when he gets that Radiance, he's not going to be very tanky.
You could just farm with it, right?
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower
I mean,
is under
of course he's
attack.
just going to farm, but he might actually go for it afterwards. And it's like, it kind of, it's like a safety thing, right? If you happen to get ganked with an armlet, then you're tanky enough to survive, especially in like a Chronosphere situation.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Uh-oh.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Almost gets stunned up on the Weaver.
Alright, double bounty secured for Alchemist again.
Is he gonna get the next one as well? He does.
Wow, he's a happy dude. He's almost got a relic now.
Holy crap!
This is insane.
This is actually ridiculous. This positioning of the bounty runes is a big change to Alchemist, actually.
It takes like 5 seconds to walk there, that's it.
Huh. I wonder, did he think about this stuff? Does Ice Frog? I doubt it, right? It's too much. It's too much to think about. Does he think, when I move the bounty runes closer, do you think Alchemist will be affected by this? You know, like, there's no way.
Well, maybe he does think about that. Maybe he knows.
Then why did the Hedgehog ulti insta kill like 3 heroes?
That's a feature, until proven to be a bug.
King Or evading the gank nicely with the Firefly. They don't have Warlock Golem, so it's a big window for Team Spirit here.
Yeah, I guess so. They're just running around looking
Yeah, they
for
can do whatever they
anything
want,
can
right?
catch.
Oh, they find King Or. He's not looking too healthy.
He's looking
Firefly
mighty dead.
does go. The vision is giving by the Thunderstruck. The glimpse hits, and the static storm on top. Kind of unnecessary, you know. He only has a heal, but it does prevent people who TP in saving him too.
Yeah, very true. And nicely done. They've invaded the jungle. They placed this nice ward up on the near the Dire Shrine. So that's what you need to do against Alchemist, right? You want to control the places where he wants to farm. But now I'm sure he knows there's vision there. Look, he's just on the other side of the map. They
This
also
is-
forced rotations all the way on the other part too. So
His Radiance
He's totally
recipes
fine.
on the way out, and a
Okay.
nice stack as well.
yep, he's gonna have it.
Is his timing enough? Like, well, sure, he'll have Radiance, but he'll still be made of paper.
Right, right. It's a Radiance that's not like it pretty much only helps him farm, right?
If he even tries to fight, he will. Like even a dazzle, just a weave is enough to nearly kill him. You know, with one hero attacking him.
Yeah, but look at him, he's traveling the world again, taking double bounty runes.
Dear
He's
God.
gonna have his next item real quick.
No, unless Disruptor has something to say about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Dazzle's TPing in. Can they get the Thunder Strike off? No, seems like no.
He's gone.
He waddles
But-
out of there.
You know, Shane, we've been talking about how farm the Alchemist is, but look at the net worth lead. It's 1k in favor of Team Spirit, so that is not the ideal position.
With an
that you-
Alchemist.
Right. You want to be playing from ahead, because Alchemist, when you are still leading the net worth, it's not very scary. That's when he's still manageable.
Shit, what? I'm sure we'll get an okay. I think. Not even an okay.
Alright.
So the Bar Rider just walked into I like to win. He just
Radiant
Yeah, he
clipped
was
them.
under the hill.
Yeah.
He happened to be on top of the hill.
That's the dream on Luna, right? You want to use your Eclipse cooldown pretty well, you know. If it's off cooldown, you kind of feel bad. You want to team fight, but this way, when the kills just walk into you, in your farming patterns, it's the dream.
Yep, RZ. Alright, not gonna throw out the Chronosphere. I thought maybe he'd go for the clone on the soul kill, but it's
Maybe wants to
massive on CD.
stun.
He wants to stun himself, Shady.
You ideally want to try and stun the opponents with that spell. But,
That's the goal, but sometimes it bugs out.
Max
Sometimes-
Diabolic. Oh, he baited it out. Did you
Oh,
see that?
cancelled it.
He fake cast, yeah. Fake casted it, so the glyph was wasted. FNG's in position. He hits static stun on Abaddon. It's not the ideal target, really.
The Abaddon is definitely not the ideal target, but well, maybe it'll work out.
King Or going on him. The Fuser Blade's up on Phobos. He's doing a lot of damage. Iceberg on the backlines. He has Mask of Magnets himself, so he doesn't have Chronosphere available yet. After Ninja hasn't used the Veil. And he's nearly out of mana. Top on top. I like to win.
Just chucking the stun
boy.
on Luna.
They're trying to kill Luna. This is a difficult one.
Luna's just walking away. Or I guess running away, she's fast.
Bottom lane. Seems like Team Spirit are killing everyone. He's just gonna die to Radiance.
He's dead? He just burned it down.
Goodbye. What a hype kill. He literally just walked him down from the tower.
We gotta give more credit than walking him down. I think he ran him down, he was fast.
That was a run, that's true. Well, there isn't any movement speed settings in Dota. You either move or you don't.
That's true. Alright, he was moving fast.
Exactly. You know, small plays like that from Nigo Baby. I admire that kind of stuff. You know, attack each creep once or twice, and then TP out, and during your TP, you finish them off with the Radiance. I mean,
That's right, the efficiency.
you know, like, small stuff like that makes a big deal in Dota.
That's right. All these things shave a couple seconds off. And it adds up. Okay, so Alchemist, Radiance, he is farming. He is super farmed. But he's not farmed enough to take part in team fights, right? We're still gonna look at like probably 20k net worth or like 18k, somewhere around there after his next item.
Even more.
Yeah, honestly, he doesn't. There's no reason for him to stop farming, right? Look at his team; they all benefit from Aghanim Scepter too.
I think you just farm all day, avoid fights as much as possible. This Luna Void Weaver combo will eat you alive. You know, you can't go near that. He went for the attack speed instead of the armor. That's an interesting one. Now, personally, when I think about Alchemist, he doesn't naturally have a lot of armor.
Right. He wants to tank up, but the attack speed also synergizes pretty well with his ultimate too, because it lowers your base attack time, and you get more value out of it.
Iceberg's kind of in a bit of trouble here. The follow-up is not quite there. On the backlines, Phobos. Nah, he was thinking about going in and then he decided against it. They did find King Or on the Bar Rider.
This is the old walk at you strategy, right? With the lack of reliable initiation.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I like the win. He's just been ignoring everyone as well. He's like, okay, if Alchemist is going to farm, I'm just going to kill your buildings. Push his top.
Yeah. There's gonna be a point where Team Spirit say, alright guys, we're just gonna do Roshan, and if Alchemist comes to fight, he will feed. Like, they can easily set up for it. They've taken the top tier 2 towers, and then the tier 1 mid lane, so it's really easy for them to establish control in that part of the map. The shrine is also farther away, right? So
Let's
It's
check
a
out
ward on it, so-
the old item progression here. We've got a Mask of Madness on Void, bit of farming help, Diffusal Blade. Gives quite a lot of DPS to the Weaver. Mask of Madness on Luna, also for farming. So you can kind of tell then. They're going to relax, they're going to farm, take this Roshan. Just like a systematic destruction of effect almost.
Pretty much, they've just gone from tower to tower, then to Roshan, and there's not even any contesting coming out from the effect. They can't walk into this, honestly. They have to go through the Disruptor.
Afro Ninja
Now, they
might
might
be in
get
a lot of trouble. He's trying to stay close to where the glimpse spot is, so he doesn't get glimpsed. King Aura rolls on in. The Bonds hits on 3. The Eclipse comes out. Warlock Ulti's very good. Hits on 2. In walks Nico Baby on his Alchemist with the Radiance Burn going on for everyone. DK Phobos unable to do anything against Afro Ninja on the backlines. Luna goes down. I like the wind just falls over the Chronosphere. It's too little, too late.
Alright.
And now Phobos has to run away. Can they catch him as well? He's gonna come out of Invis right on time. This is a full duration stun. He might just go down. Blacks.
Nice.
What
nice
would he do?
King R.
What did we do?
I don't know, man.
They've got a nice. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower
I think they just lost the game. Like, actually lost the game.
Like legit.
Yeah. They just did Roshan. And their Aegis lasted a grand total of like 25 seconds. That's a big problem because now Alchemist is getting to that point where he's going to be strong enough to fight.
Like, where was Iceberg? Where was the Chronosphere? Where was the team fight? FNG.
It just wasn't there.
It was kind of like FNG uses ulti. They went in with the lunar eclipse a bit to the left of that, further away. You know, everything was all over the place.
The Eclipse hit the gold and the Abaddon, so it didn't actually do a whole lot. And then she ended up getting lassoed and then pulled up to the high ground. And then Iceberg used the Mask of Madness, so he couldn't chrono, but he ended up killing the Warlock. It's an awkward initiation, right? They use all their spells in these different ways, and then all of a sudden, alright, Alchemist strolls on in because there's no Eclipse. Void silenced himself, so he doesn't have to worry about that either, and they just die.
Yeah, the L self-silence isn't what you're looking for. Like, Yule's used in combination with the Split Earth to get the Grave off on FNG. Is he gonna do the? He goes for the Shrine. Can they stall? Sedoy is in really deep. This is very good for Team Spirit. Phobos on the backlines, focusing down the
stun.
Warlock. Alchemist. It's a very nice stun actually. I like the win. He's pretty screwed actually. Oh my god. The Fatal Bond's doing so much work. Phobos is trying his best, but they do too much damage. He's not able to stand his ground and attack. They're still chasing him. Nico Baby's looking for it. He finds Iceberg. Hits him with a good duration stun as well. Dear God! Okay.
Oh,
holy crap. He gets the leap, but you know what?
Oh,
It's not enough.
Oh, there's no mana for the speed move.
Well, he used the Mask of Madness to try and get the movement speed. Oh boy. That was pretty close. Brax, tell me what's happening in these fights?
These fights are so chaotic that Team Spirit aren't able to chain up their ultimates together, right? Like, they need to drop the Chronosphere. Static Storm was used before, like, when FNG was caught, so they didn't have that. But honestly, they're just at a point in the game where I don't know what they could do against this Alchemist. Even if they decide to use everything they have and go on him, there is the Warlock counter initiation with the Golem, of course. And it's like, he's got a Shadow Blade now, too, so he can always get in there without having to just, like, face tank the Chronosphere and stuff like that, so I just think that this Alchemist has done Alchemist things, and now he's a big problem.
Jesus. Alright. If they do hit their combo, and they do hit on everyone, I believe, like, Team Spirit, oh god. That's a full duration stun.
Goodbye.
Yeah, he's gone. What a, oh, Jesus.
Shane, you were flaming the attack speed, but look at this, he's hitting quick, he's hitting hard.
That's true. He doesn't need armor if nobody attacks him.
That's right, he's killing everyone himself.
Yeah, so what I was saying, like, if Team Spirit do hit their combo, they do have a lot of damage, right? With the Luna, he doesn't have a Dragon Lance yet, so he isn't able to really take advantage of the Chronosphere. But
There
he still,
could be a problem where he can't actually hit anyone.
they're not being able to hit anyone in the Chronosphere is a bit of an issue, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna depend on the placement of the chrono, and he doesn't really have any mobility items, but Alchemist is a frontliner, so there's a good chance he'll get a pretty decent one on. You know, there's a Solar Crest too, though, and then you have the Abaddon Sustain, the shields. There is damage, but there's also a lot to combat that, and if you happen to use all these things, then you free up the fight for the, you know, the Bat Rider who has the Blink Dagger, lets him get that easy initiation off, he can lasso the Luna and disable her, and then even Leshrac does a lot of damage at this point in the game, right? He's got Yules and the Veil, so... I don't know. I just think that
It's too late.
Spirit missed a big window with that Roche. Like, that Roche was their ticket to taking all the outer towers and then trying to control the map.
Do you think it was all down to the Mask of Madnesses? Like their use of that on Void and their positioning?
It's definitely on their positioning and how they're taking these fights, right? Like, after they got the Roshan, they ran at Affining's Leshrac
Into the darkness, right?
Yeah, and he just sat there because he knew he was going to get glimpsed. So they didn't want to cast the glimpse on him, so they ended up walking forward. And then they walked forward next to the cliff, and Bat Rider actually walked up and lassoed, like, over the trees without a Blink Dagger.
That was close from Affinity. Good effort, but Phobos using that Lincoln's, demonstrating its power against Bat Rider there.
So strong against Bat. Especially a support Bat that's not going to have anything to cancel anytime soon.
He's pretty about 1,200 gold away from that 4 stuff, right? Oh, Sentry Ward's placed. They find Phobos in the jungle here. Oh my god! That was ridiculous! Phobos is... they didn't want him to live.
They dropped the fireworks and everything for that one.
Dude, that's done from Afro Ninja. It doesn't look like a lot, but that is very, very impressive. Timing that off no vision.
Yeah, and the Weaver is also such a pesky hero for them to deal with, right? He has a Lincoln Sphere, so the Bat Rider can't catch him out. Like, killing him there is super big because, honestly, this Weaver is a very difficult kill. Like,
he is a difficult kill, but if you kind of look at effects draft, they have all this just random damage around them. They have like the Firefly, the Radiance, the Leshrac spells, the Abaddon shields, the Fatal Bonds. All of this is kind of just around in the team fights. And Weaver is trying to focus someone down, but all this damage, he's not a tanky lad. Like, all this damage is just kind of hitting him. He has 1,600 life.
yeah,
he's not able to stand still.
All this random AoE damage makes him just tick down real quick in these fights without even hitting them. Just him running around.
25% cleave on Alchemist.
That's interesting.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, farms out of control with that.
Octarine now finished on Nico Baby. He's going to be so difficult to deal with.
I think he's already entered the realm of being unkillable and way too difficult to deal with.
But the Octarine, right? The no cooldown Chemical Rage, it's a new level of
yeah, very true.
unkillable.
You know, the Chemical Rage has been nerfed quite a bit, so there's actually a lot of downtime in between.
Yeah.
But Octarine helps a lot with that. It's still not anywhere near as good as before, but there's like I think it's like an 18-second window or something, maybe a little longer.
It used to be like 3 to 5 second window.
It used to be like, yeah, it was really short before. But now you can actually play around it and start an engagement when his ultimate's on cooldown, so he does a lot less damage, doesn't heal as much.
What's he get level 25 talent wise? The base attack time?
I believe the base attack them. Yeah, that's actually, it probably makes them attack super fast.
Yeah, I tested it in a lobby. It's ridiculous. Alright. Void. Is there any items from Team Spirit that can help combat this? They have 2 BKBs, you know, on the Void and Luna. Is that enough?
No, they need damage, right? This Alchemist, I don't know how they're going to be able to cut through the damage when they have things like the lasso, so they can lasso this Luna so she can't just auto-attack him in Chronosphere. And the Rock's going to come out too, so they just need more.
That's worrying, to say the least.
It is worrying. You're playing the farm game against an Alchemist. This guy's pretty good at that. He makes gold out of nothing.
Look at this. How much does he get? He gets nearly 300 gold for that bounty win. Whew.
It almost becomes an objective to control the bounty runes against an Alchemist just because it's so easy for him to pick up 2 at a time like that.
Dear lord. He's not really too afraid either. If he has vision of 1 or 2 of the enemy heroes, he can play so aggressively.
Right, he's not an easy kill for them at all. And look
Oh,
at this. It's
there's
looking like
smoke.
it's smoke time. Yep, there we go. They have everything available. They'll probably look to find literally any target and just attack the base afterwards. Probably the top tier 2.
They have Crimson Guard on Abaddon as well.
Okay.
With the Solar Crest and the Vlad. So, as strong as Nico Baby's Alchemist was, he's, you know, 3 times stronger.
Right, he's got all these nice buffs for him. And I guess the Crimson Guard's pretty nice against the Luna Glaive bounces.
Yeah. And then the Weaver attacks as well.
Yeah, it's just good in general, right? Anything to help him survive is going to be super good. This guy is the team. It is all centered around him.
Around Alchemist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, they have no answer. They're trying to split push bottom, but I don't think Effects really care all that much. They can just go.
Yeah.
Alright, Alchemist TP's back. He's like, God, why give them free stuff, you know? No freebies.
I wonder if this Alk is actually even killable. If he just happens to hit high ground with his ultimate on, and then they back him up with the rock and everything.
They can control him for a long time, right? They have the silence.
Yeah, they can actually probably kill him, but I think it'll take a bunch of spells. It's gonna take like the Eclipse, the Chrono, and probably the Static Storm as well.
1 second.
Now, so take care of Jack. He's
Okay.
pissed.
Who like? I'll watch Alchemist, right? The fights are going to be around here.
Okay. Yep.
We're on Nico Baby. He's stunning in, moving forward. Oh, my camera just moved. Stuns himself.
All right. That is not the target you want to stun in the most ideal scenario, but it happens.
Come here, baby.
Alright guys, so this game's at a point where Alchemist is out of control, Roshan is free. I don't see how Team Spirit can take any team fights, especially when there's an Aegis on the front of the battle.
Don't be making too much noise. Alright. He really hates politicians. And
They're back, huh?
they're literally, they won't stop knocking on my door.
Well, Jack will show him.
Oh, they get the lasso onto FNG, one of their key team fight heroes. After Ninja kills them after, so he can follow up with a stun perfectly. That's a freebie, 50 seconds. The split push is starting to work though, right? Desolator finished on Phobos on the Weaver. In the top lane, Iceberg's going in. He's trying. This is ambitious.
He doesn't deal
Oh,
any
the
damage.
the bashes. Okay, now Nico
He's
Baby
totally
just waiting
fine.
on the regen. He doesn't have a
He's got no
TP.
TP. Alright, well, I guess that's space.
Space
right?
for bottom.
Phobos is taken.
Oh, 50% of the damage going off the tier 3 tower.
Yeah, not bad at all. I mean, that's one way to use Chronos here. But if they ever force Phobos out, he can just boots of travel back to the mid lane. Like, you have this Alchemist with bots now, so they can deal with the side lane split push very well. And I imagine Leshrac will eventually get bots as well.
When do you think the Ags start coming out? Is it the next? Yeah, here it is. He literally
yeah.
just queued it up as I said it.
Wow, nice.
Time is money.
Who do you
Yeah,
give
he's
it
got
to?
his 6 items. The first one, I think it actually goes to the Abaddon, because he can just press the borrowed time.
Oh,
then
right, yeah. And then
he'll tank up
Alchemist
all
is
the damage.
super unkillable.
Right, he'll never die if that's the case.
It was kind of close though. When Void was able to BKB and hit him during the ulti, you know, he got him down like he took off 75% of his life. So you can kind of see the potential there, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not impossible to kill this guy. It's just very, very difficult, right? You have to commit, especially like a team set when the counter is going to come out.
They do get the Grave off on FNG. Maybe he can get a Static Storm off. Maybe he doesn't even use it. Okay, he does have the buyback, so that's why he saved it. He's running forward now. He wants to use it, but Nico Baby's already killed your Rex.
He's just hitting racks. What can they do?
After Ninja immediately rotates to the bottom lane. Where's Void at? In the bottom lane we have Phobos trying to get a split push on, but he's kind of just sitting here.
Yeah. Nico Baby cleared up the creep wave and then TP'd in, so he couldn't do that.
Oh, ulti is down. They use the Chronosphere onto the Alchemist. They're focusing
This is
everything.
it.
The counter initiation from the Warlock gun. They managed to kill him. Nico Baby goes down to Iceberg. Sedoi on the front lines. Borrow
Buys
time
back,
activated.
alright.
He, knowing they have no Chronosphere, he boosted travels in. Goes straight onto FNG. He's going to do a lot of damage on the backlines. His ulti's up. Iceberg just isn't able to focus down anyone. They finally kill our Zeke.
Alright, that
Not
buyback
enough.
was to end the game, Shane.
That was indeed them.
Yeah. They got no cooldowns, nothing available. Rest of effect is, you know, they're doing okay. They're healthy.
Almost is trying his best. But they can. Oh, they have no stun. Oh god.
Dire's top tower is under
What's going on here?
Radiant's
Ah,
middle
Stoics got
barracks
his back.
are under
He's okay.
They managed to get the weave off. That's what killed them in the last fight. The weave was like, you know, a half duration or 75% duration, and it does stack up quite a lot.
Right, very true.
So watch his armor here. It's gonna go down. Sidoi just running distraction tactics. He has the cheese ready.
And Nico Baby's taking a lot of damage, man.
He gets bash. Okay, gets the cheese off. Nico Baby. He is. Alright. Shadow Blade's up with the stun popping. Gets his concoction off on the beaver. Buyback. Still only got one lane of racks. Well, like he didn't end the game as he intended to do. Oh, and Phobos turned around. No mana on Afro Ninja. Battler gets the lasso on the back lines. Finds FNG. Glimpses back the Alchemist. I like to win. BKB's up at like 10%. Like, it's not enough.
Oh, no, it's a dieback for real.
Yeah. Afro Ninja. Full health, full mana on the Leshrac. Ready to
Alright, so
just finish it now.
top tower.
yep, this is looking like the end of the game, right? It should be Mega Creeps. There's still there's Chronosphere up, but you know, Luna's dead.
Iceberg's in. BKB's up. Gets the Chronosphere off onto Afro Ninja. He can kill the Leshrac. Leshrac has a low respawn time and bots up soon, so he can come back soon. Beaver graves himself to avoid dying to Nico Baby, but yeah. They had that one fight where they killed Nico Baby, but they had to use everything. He realizes this, he buys back, TP's in, you know, that's that really.
Yeah, the Alchemist is a good approach to these teamfight ultimates, especially in these games. You know, they don't farm anywhere near as fast. Nobody farms anywhere near as fast as Alchemist, right? He gets to that point where he's too tanky, where he's not gonna die in Chronosphere, or if he does, it's gonna take way more than it should, and it also, you know, opens up Roshan. Once you have Roshan against the lineup that relies heavily on Chronosphere for lockdown and to be able to kill a target, it kind of just counters the whole draft at that point.
Maybe Alchemist is gonna come up on that list, you know, the Medusa list, the OP last pick heroes.
Yeah, the old ban list.
Yes, indeed. Alright, that was Team Spirit versus Effect in Captain's Draft 4.0 CIS Qualifiers. We'll be back soon with Game 2.